Good Thursday afternoon to you. I'm Storm Surge 7 meteorologist Brian James. I wanted to give you an update on what we have going on for tonight and also for the day tomorrow with a blast of Arctic air coming in earlier today. Still a weak upper level disturbance set to arrive during the day tomorrow, but more importantly, what might be coming our way by the time Saturday and Sunday roll around, especially Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and through the day on Sunday. That upper level storm system back toward the west, models are now showing, might have more of an impact on our weather, and I'll talk about that coming up. First, let's show you what's going on right now. The main part of the upper level storm is to the north of us and back toward the west and southwest. You can see the upper level storm system that has cut off from the main jet stream, making its way across parts of California. That's the one we're interested in because right now it looks like that storm system is going to take a curl down toward the south and then move its way toward the high plains as we head toward the day Saturday and on Sunday. And that's different than what the models were showing a couple days ago and over the last 24 hours. It had the storm system coming in a lot slower and with less moisture. Now it looks like more moisture, more of a headache possibly for the area as we head toward the day Saturday and then Saturday night on into Sunday too. But the main part of the upper level storm is to the north of us. This is the storm system though we really have to watch over the next couple of days. I'm going to put this in motion and show you what the models are indicating for the forecast track. You can see it drop down toward the south, and by the time we get to Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, right about here, the storm is making its way across Southern California, western Arizona, and then from there on Sunday it's going to move farther toward the east. Now, one interesting thing to note is to the north there's one more upper level storm system making its way out of Canada that's sliding down toward the south and east. That's going to help push the upper level storm system that we have in our area also down toward the south. You'll actually watch it take place with this particular computer model during the day, Monday on into Tuesday, dropping down toward the south into North Texas. One model has it this way, which you just saw. Another model has it dropping farther south, more into the high plains. Now, if that does happen, that might mean more upper level dynamics to help generate more snow. And it looks like for the most part we're going to see snow, but farther south in the far southern part of the Panhandle, down into the South Plains, closer to Lubbock, it might be ice, and some of that ice may accumulate a decent amount, so that's something we're going to have to watch carefully. But for us, it looks like predominantly snow, but even then, it might be quite a bit. So let's show you what's going to happen. Computer model showing that for tonight into tomorrow morning. This is looking at roughly around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Some snow across the northeastern part of New Mexico and the western, northwestern parts of the high plains. And as we head into the morning hours tomorrow, you can see some light snow possible up towards, say Boise City, up toward Guyman, over toward Dalhart as well, and even around Clayton could see some light snow, maybe an inch or 2 inches of accumulation. But notice on the south side of this, to the southwestern Panhandle, closer to Clovis and Portales and west of Lubbock, perhaps a little bit of sleet, maybe a little bit of freezing drizzle developing. That would be some light ice accumulations possible for the day Friday. But in general, for the day Friday, we're looking for some light snow to spread on through the area. Not looking for much in terms of accumulation. Best chance would be farther north. But what we're interested in, again, is the upper level storm system coming in back toward the west. So I'm going to advance this as we head toward, this is now Friday night into Saturday. You can see a little bit more moisture trying to make its way into the area. So there could be a few more pockets of some snow and some drizzle, freezing drizzle, perhaps a little bit of sleet. But as we head toward the morning hours of Saturday, I look back toward the west, see that upper level storm bringing a whole lot of snow to most of New Mexico. That's going to move off toward the east. So by the time we get to Saturday afternoon, you notice how the snow is kind of hanging back toward the west, farther toward the east and north. It's more dry air, so the snow has to overcome that dry air before it does start to fall. And that's going to be the big question. How long does the dry air stick around? If it's longer, then we'll have less snow. But if that dry air vacates the premises and the moisture is able to move in faster, we could have more snow. But the way it looks right now as we head toward Friday afternoon and Friday evening, you're going to see, Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening, you can see the first bands of snow making its way in by Saturday at noon and then spreading off toward the northeast, and the snow will continue as we head through Saturday on to Saturday night and on into Sunday as well. Occasionally the dry air tries to come back in, but I think once the moisture is here, it's going to be here for the duration. Now, how much snow are we talking about? Well, let's advance one more, and I'll show you several different computer models, indications of how much snow we could see. Remember, down farther south, it could be more in the form of some ice. Now, this is one computer model, and we'll advance a little bit more to show you that it has some indications of around, say 3 to 4, maybe 5 inches of snow with a few heavier bursts down farther south. That could be around, say, 6 or 7 inches. These are the pockets of purple you see here that could be in excess of 6 inches down closer to Lubbock. That's one computer model. Now, another computer model shows quite a different story. It has quite a bit more snow, on the order of between 6 and 10 inches of snow. I think this is a bit overdone, but if we do happen to get that upper level storm to track just right and we have enough moisture, we could have in excess of 6 inches in a few areas. And we're going to advance and take a look at one other computer model, again showing some of the heavier bands of snow that are going to be possible as we head toward mainly for late in the day Saturday through early on Sunday. And it has some heavier bands also downstate, down closer to Abilene, and then a few more heavy bands in the central panhandle stretching all the way back toward the northwest. One more model showing some of the snow accumulation possibilities. Again, down some of this that's west of Lubbock and to the south of Lubbock could be ice accumulation, and that could be on the order of ½ an inch of ice, which would cause some major problems down in the hub city. Now, for us, it looks like more in the order of perhaps 4 to 6 inches of snow. The farther northeast you live with the drier air, so there's not going to be as much snow. Farther back toward the west into eastern New Mexico, some spots could be in excess of 8 inches. You get the idea, though. There are several discrepancies still within the computer models, but it does look like late Saturday through the day on Sunday is going to be very tricky in terms of travel. If you have travel plans, perhaps you're headed to your Thanksgiving destination a little bit early, make sure you plan accordingly and take along some of the necessary gear that you may need in case you do get stuck. And keep in mind, down toward the south around Lubbock, it could be a crippling ice storm that could, for all intents and purposes, just bring traffic to a standstill. So remember that, keep that in mind. But we will continue to update this. We'll have more information on Facebook and Twitter and Pro News 7 at 5, 6, and 10. And as the weekend goes along, we'll update as well. So stay with Storm Surge 7. We'll keep you ahead of the storm.